and nothing up or down with the neck. So you can howl at the moon, but you can't look to the left or the right of them to see if somebody's going to try to eat them. It seems pretty bad in my book. Alright, let's go over the rest of them. Okay, front legs. Ratchet. A little softer ratchet. And that's a little harder. Now, I want you to look at this foot. So, as you can see, this foot here, there is paint on top of this plastic, and it wasn't done well because you can see little things like right here, and right there. And those are where they painted the yellow paint over the gray, and it's bled through and looks a little greenish now. So that's what happens when you do that, people. Or you just didn't put enough layers on it. Alright, back leg. Hard ratchet. A little softer ratchet there. Soft ratchet. And this one has a hard ratchet in the back. Again, you can see kind of what I was talking about here. The paint not being done enough on it so that it doesn't really look the best because there's not enough layers of it. Okay. And the tail. So as I said earlier, all of the legs have a longer tail, and you want to make sure that it's pulled, and you'll hear it because it'll stop. There'll be a little stopper right here that'll keep it out. And then you've got a yellow, silver, and blue end for the tail. So that's it for the yellow line. Alright, blue line. Okay, now this is probably the one piece that doesn't really do much or stay on the right way. So let me show you. I barely touched and it came off, and it's like it doesn't want to stay on to save its life. Yep. And that's because of these hooks. These hooks needed to be a little bit longer. If they had been a little bit longer right here and right there, that would have stayed on a lot better. Because they hook on right here. These little notches on both sides. Okay. Just like the rest of them, this one does shoot, so you want to be careful. Alright. So this is going to fall off anyways. I'm just going to take it off for now. We'll show it again a little bit later. Alright, differences between this one and the yellow line are, it's got this little flap here. This flap just pulls up, and that's just so the head can move up when you make it as a foot. Okay? Face is different, of course. We got a red on the inside of here. A little bit difference here. I don't know how good that's showing up, but you can see where the silver was painted on top of the black plastic. It just wasn't really painted well, and that's what happens. It's not a $30, $40 toy. It's a $17 toy. Mouth does open. Now, this one had a different one. So as you can see, get in there. There's this ladder, but it's different. It's molded differently than the rest. So that's just one thing I noticed with this one. Okay, articulation. Hard ratchet. Softer ratchet. Semi-soft, semi-hard ratchet. And give that a soft, so to speak. Same way with these. These are hard ratchets up there. Soft, soft. So It's just different. That's like, it's inconsistent with the ratchets on all these. Like, some will be a little harder than others. Some will be tolerance a little bit better. And that's what it comes down to, is just the tolerance level of these lions. And that's the differences. Okay? Alright, so I said earlier we're going to talk about the speeders. These are not the biggest feats of man, I'll tell you that. So underneath the bellies of all the lions, get the legs out of the way, there's a hatch right here. And on the inside, where his legs up, where you can see it, is the speeder. So as you notice in here, there's a crevice and it's molded for the actual speeder. Taking a lay. So these are the little speeders. So blue with the silver or the turquoise, baby blue on top. The biggest problem though, focus, is that the little people are painted just in black. They didn't actually paint the people. You know, so that it's kind of sad. I wish they would have did that. That would have gave it just a little bit more, you know, for collectors. But they didn't. So, alright. Now, I always recommend everybody keep the speeders in the actual thing. Because if not, you're going to lose it. Because these are small pieces. And it doesn't take much to lose these. I know. I lost one earlier today. Because I was messing around with these. Alright, that's blue. I'm going to save yellow for the last. It was the worst one as far as the speeders. Okay. I can see this is chest cavity. Alright, you go play with the other ones. You go fight the black lion. So, you got red with blue accents on top for the windshields here. Like I said, these things are small. You can drop them in a heartbeat and lose them. So, the problem, like I said before, is that they didn't really paint the people themselves on it. So, it's okay. One thing I did notice on this one. Okay, this pylon is longer than this one. Just a little bit, but I can tell the difference on it. So, alright, let's put them back away. Alright, don't be doing no more downward dog. Let's go bite something. Alright, now the green one. They all have the same one, similar thing. So as you see, green with the baby blue on it, which is pretty consistent for most of these. The little guy on black. So it would have been nice, if, like I said, if they would have painted those. Alright. Now the worst one. It looked like somebody had just drew on top of it. Let me show you why. Look at that. It looked like there's pieces of plastic still sitting that should have been cut off of it from the screw marks. But you can just look at it. The blue's barely painted on top. Here and here. I mean, that yellow is so bad. I mean, this is the worst one. And you can actually see he's even got a yellow dot on top of his head. So, like I said, this was the worst one done. And of course, just like all the other lines, they have a space that's been pre-drilled or pre-molded into it. So you just put the speeder back in. And there you go. Alright, bad mama jamma. big black line. Now this, stand him up a little better. Alright, so of course this forms the core of Voltron. You have its wings, which are foldable down, all the way down. Tail. There is no lock for the tail, so it just kind of goes back and forth. Okay. You can angle them up. And then of course this is really meant for the Voltron mode. Okay. So, let's look at this guy. Now there isn't no accessories really for him, and it's really because sword. He's got a sword. The sword is all he needs. Alright. So, let's look at its face up front. So as you can see, it's got his horns that go all the way out. And these are a pain to get out. I'll tell you that. Okay. So, articulation. Head can go up, down. There's about 1, 2, 3 notches. Almost 4 that it can use. Okay. Now, that's what you're going to find. As soon as you pull, when you start pulling this down, that Voltron head will want to come out. So you want to hold it at the same time. And that way you can see, okay, here's its ladder in the white. Now, they actually painted this really good. I mean, this is pretty good. This is not, I mean, there's a little bit overlap here, but that's about it on the face. Now, there's, like I said, the head can go up and down, but it cannot go side to side, which is sad. I would have hoped at least on the Black Lion it could have, because it affects the actual combine mode, and we'll get to that later. Alright, articulation. Ratchet. Soft ratchet in there. Another soft ratchet. Semi-hard ratchet on that one. Hard ratchet. And that's where you want it. And the best part, this does have a butterfly joint. So it comes in and out.